So, AI agents are all the rage these days. I'm gonna tell you how to find them, which kind of like launch pads to actually look for them. We got like five or six for you, and kind of like what to look for, and of course what to follow to find possible good AI agents. Now, AI agents is kind of new, and it's always going to be risky because a lot of them are going to be scams. So if you invest in 10, be prepared for 6, 7, if not more, to actually fail. But the ones that are successful can make you a ton of money and more than make up for the ones that fail. So obviously, I'm going to be using Virtual's protocol as an example because that's the biggest and most well-known one. But there are others, and we're going to go after that too. So basically, on Solana, there is AI16Z, which is basically Elysios.ai, and you can see some projects down here. You also have Graphane on Solana, and that has a bunch of AI projects on here. You also have Humans.ai on Osmosis. And of course, on Sui, you have SETAI and Agent S.site. So those are kind of like what you want to look for. Those are the ones you want to look for. We got three on Solana. Well, we got the Virtuals network, and then two more on Solana. We all have humans.ai on Osmosis and scta.ai and secret, basically agent s.site. I mean, agent s-s.site on Sui. So you've got your choice of chains. I'm sure there are more out there, but many of these actually do have coins. Like Graphane, obviously, is Graphane AI 16Z. I'm sure that has a coin as well. You have humans.ai and Acetai agents.ai. If you want to invest in these, take a close look. If you want to invest in one of these main launch pads outside of Virtuals, take a close look at what their market cap is, how much their volume is, and take a look at their system as well in terms of what kind of projects they have and how busy those projects are, and see if there's any buzz about these operating systems, how much there is, and compare the market cap to Virtuals versus their buzz compared to Virtuals. So that's how you kind of estimate that. And in terms of finding coins, I'm going to just use Virtuals as an example because I believe that's the best one with the most projects. Might not be the one with the biggest ROI, however, because it is already has a pretty big ROI. It was I think the first one. And when you look at the projects on Virtuals, obviously you want to look at the market cap. The bigger the market cap, the less the risk. But you also want to take a look at market cap and ratio it with the TVL, the number of holders, and the 24-hour volume. Now, the 24-hour volume is very important. For instance, 2.35 million versus of volume is way better than, let's say, 541.33K versus of volume, but even that's pretty good. You don't want something that has, you don't want to invest in something that has less than 50K of volume, Bark Buffalo. Yes, I'm sorry, whoever runs Bark Buffalo, I'm just using it as an example. Yes, it's very, very tasty to look at something like $1.38 million market cap. Obviously, you should look at these coins as well by themselves, but you don't want really something with $1.38 million market cap, only 49.88K worth of volume. Now, when I look at stuff like this, I look at my dive into basically Masternode coins back in 2018. That didn't end up too well because I kept on buying smaller coins, hoping for a big ROI potential, but that never materialized because we had very, very little volume here, and you couldn't actually sell your coins even if they went up or down. So you probably want something with a couple 100K of volume at least, and that could actually be hard to find. I actually think the best two are probably AIXBT and Game right now. I think Luna is okay too. That's kind of I think that's kind of an OG one. I think that's fine, but AIXBT and Game are the two best ones. And these are only 374 million in market cap and 161 million in market cap, so they do have a lot of growth potential. You can see that they both have a decent number of holders. Game is actually really looking really good. It actually looks better to me than AIXBT. They have higher TVL but lower market cap. and higher 24-hour volume and a good number of holders. So that would probably be my top one right now. He has 161.21 million. You know, you might be like, I can only get 10, 20x from that, but that's pretty good coming into the market right now. And I think these are going to be somewhat hot. Yes, there's a 24-hour change of negative 22%. But that means like if the market turns back up, it could come up faster. Like based on what I'm looking at market cap, TVL, number of holders and 24-hour volume, I think that's probably the best ratio. Yes, it has a lot of volatility, but most of these have double-digit volatility. AIXBT is also pretty good, you know, $374 million market cap. It's in a different category than Game, obviously, but the TVL is only a third of this, and also the number of holders is slightly lower, and most of all, the 24-hour volume is less than half of Game GAME, but that's still a lot of volume compared to the other AI tokens as well. Like you could actually look at something like something with like that's had decent volume over the course of at least like a week or so. And if you have decent volume over the course of a week or so, at least you have like some time to actually sell it out and some volume to actually sell it out. You don't want something like I said that has like 10K volume, because then even if you make a lot of money, you can't actually sell it. You do want to look at you definitely want to look at the ratio between market cap and TVL. I just look at like that is like how many people are actually kind of invested in the system. And of course, a market cap and volume. You want X amount of like volume moving through for so much market cap. And obviously I would try to avoid buying things that are too small with like very, very small volumes, because once again, you won't actually be able to sell it. Like I think investing in something like, Sequoia is going to be better than investing in, let's say, something like Olin, even though they're entirely different ones. And Sequoia has a much bigger market cap. Just that volume is just so much more tasty than this particular volume, because 7.62K, you probably sell a couple $100s before you start moving the price, whereas 920K, you can probably sell tens of thousands. So definitely, like, I would definitely look at that. And yes, the bigger market cap coins are going to have basically like bigger volumes. But if you can find one where it has a small market cap, but also has, a decent amount of volume across any of these protocols, I actually think that could actually be a winner. Obviously, it's really risky. It definitely could be a new rug pull, so you have to watch out for that. But, something like this, a Crow or whatever, like $18 million worth of volume, 987K of volume. This is a pretty good ratio, but of course you have to look at only 12,000 holders, which means it definitely could be a rug pull. So check out all these stats. Like if there's very few holders, that could actually just mean that like one or two people hold or like a group of people hold the entire supply, and it's less spread out, which makes it more vulnerable to pump and dumps. 24-hour volume, obviously you need the liquidity to actually cash out, and of course market cap, TVL, like how big the project is, and also like how much money people have locked in it. So like down here, once you get further and further down, there's just not that many people that have like a huge stake or a lot locked in it. And obviously you want to look at like usage and like who's all using the agents. So, and also like one of the more important things is looking for Twitter trends and social media trends on these agents. If one of them really trends on social media, like on Twitter especially, or X or whatever you call it now, that could actually be the one to buy. But in terms of AI agents, like I would definitely look at buying AIXBT or a Game, because I think there's actually a lot of users of these AI agents. And for these AI agents, you will actually want to sell them before the bear market comes, because they're going to tank and die in the bear market. Most of them will not survive. These might just be like, the new hot thing. A couple of them that are actually used will actually survive, but they'll go down as well. But many of them will just die out in the bear market. So that's what I have to say for AI agents. Once again, those sites are actually, ElizaOS.ai. That's AI16Z. Graphane, Humans.ai, SATAI, SATAI agents, and agent-s.site. and of course virtual. So that'll give you like, a good span of AI agents, several hundred to actually look at to make a good decision. I would definitely stick with the bigger ones that have like more TVL volume and holders, but it's all up to you and your risk tolerance. So that's kind of how you find new AI agents. Feel free to shill your AI agent in the comments. As long as you don't like show it like 100 times like those spam bots, I don't really mind. And yeah, let me know what AI agents that you're interested in. So that's the news for today. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe, hit that bell notifications button. Thank you and have a nice day.